Do you have trouble hitting the snooze button in the morning, or do you end up hitting the snooze button? And do you have trouble getting out of bed in the morning? So, if you are somebody who ends up hitting the snooze button over and over again, um, and then finding that it causes you to drag throughout the day, this is for you. So, stay tuned, and I'm going to share with you why you should never hit the snooze button. So, if we were meeting for the first time, hello, my name is Jennifer Lynn. I'm coming to you on a very rainy day where I live. And it's one of those where I can't be too upset because it's actually my husband's fault that it was raining all day. Yesterday was so nice that he ended up coming home and washing both vehicles in the driveway. Um, so of course he caused it to rain today. But lucky for me, I have the blessing of working from home, so my nice clean car is still in the garage. So it'll still be clean when I'm ready to take it out, which is awesome. So tell me in the comments below, are you somebody who hits the snooze button? And if you are, how many times do you hit the snooze button? Is it, is it one of those where you just drag out of bed every day and really don't want to get up and therefore you hit it over and over again? Or are you somebody who pops up out of bed as soon as the alarm goes off? So tell me below. So the stuff I'm sharing with you today, it comes from a video from Mel Robbins, where she shares the science behind sleep, mindset, and how you should wake up every morning in order to have the best day. So, in this video, Mel states that hitting the snooze button actually impacts your not only your neurology but your brain function as well. So, if I'm going to cover kind of the highlights. If you want the more in depth with the brain scans and all the scientific stuff, leave me a comment and I'll leave a link to the video in the comments so you can watch it yourself. But in the video, Mel explains that when we sleep, science has actually proven that we sleep in cycles of about 75 to 90 minutes at a time. And when we finish one of those cycles, we then start another one, and so on and so on. Um, so, hey, Ruth Ann, hey, Tammy, hey, John, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. So, after about the fourth one of those 75 to 90-minute sleep cycles, then what happens is your brain goes into a state of it's a couple hour state where it's getting ready to wake up. So that way, when your alarm goes off, your brain is ready to wake up and you're ready to start the day. But if when you wake up in that state, you reach over and you hit, the snooze button on your alarm, and then you roll back over, your head hits the pillow, and you go back to sleep, where do you think your brain starts again? So drop a comment. Do you think it starts in either back into that waking up state, or do you think it starts over into a new sleep cycle? Um, if you said sleep cycle, then you would be correct. So as you hit the snooze button, roll back over and go back to sleep, your brain says, oh, perfect, 75 to 90 minutes, we're going back to sleep. So then in about 15 to 9 to 15 minutes is what most alarm clocks are set for. So when the alarm clock goes off again, because you hit snooze, what happens is your brain is then stuck in that sleep cycle. And then science has shown that it takes about 4 hours to shake itself loose from being in that sleep cycle. And then while your brain is stuck in that sleep cycle, your speed of processing it impacts your speed of processing, it impacts your ability to focus, and it impacts your ability to do strategic thinking. And so, when you think about like waking up in the morning, if you have hit the snooze button a few times and then you get up and I was this way as a kid. I always hit my snooze button all the time, or a teenager especially. And then there was a period of time where my grandparents were living with us, and I'd go out into the kitchen and they'd say good morning to me, and my brain's just not even there because I'm still in my sleep cycle, and I don't even acknowledge that they've said anything to me, and of course, that caused all kinds of problems. So that's what happens to your brain though when you hit the snooze button. What happens when you're trying to wake up? So um, in this video, Mel Robbins goes on to say that if you keep hitting the snooze button, it'll actually increase your feelings of anxiousness and make them worse. It'll make your sad feelings feel heavier. And of course, because of the business I'm in, I'm not allowed to use disease names, so you can fill in the line on your own on that. Hitting the snooze button actually makes your attitude more negative. Um, it makes your ability to focus, that comes harder for you. And then it also decreases your ability to be deliberate in your thinking as well. So Mel says the simple solution to all of this is to force yourself out of bed when the alarm clock goes off. She says count backwards from five, five, four, three, two, one, and then just get up. Um, and one big thing she recommends, and I've been doing this for years, just instinctively. I don't want any of the EMFs or anything to do with cell phones anywhere near me when I'm sleeping. So we always plug our phones in here in the kitchen. Um, and then, of course, when she's talking about it, she's referring to the fact that if your phone's not sitting on your nightstand, you don't roll over, grab your phone, and then continue to stay in bed and check your Facebook and your news and your WhatsApp and all that kind of stuff. Which of course that also leads to putting you into a negative state first thing in the morning. So her challenge, she says, to take the no phone and no snooze button challenge. Do that for at least like a week to 10 days, and then notice how different you feel. She says you'll feel more awake, you'll feel less groggy, you'll be more in control, and you'll also be more deliberate about your thoughts and your feelings. And so I have to agree with her. I don't know how long ago I figured this out, but I just realized that the mornings that I hit my snooze, multiple times, I had a harder time getting up and getting going, and I found that it kind of drug me down throughout the day versus the days that I was just ready to go. I got up when the alarm clock went off and went and started my day. I just felt better. I felt refreshed, and it just had a positive impact on me. So that kind of rewired my brain that when the alarm clock goes out off, I just get up and get out of bed, which is a good thing. And then I have the bonus tip for you, which she said is the one hack that works if you are woken up and you're still in that sleep cycle. So let's say like maybe you got to get up at 4 in the morning to go, to the airport or something like that. If you go in and take a cold shower, she said that's the one thing that'll actually shock your brain and get it out of being in that sleep cycle where you're dragging for about 4 hours. So if you got to get up early or you just have a really hard time one morning where you keep hitting the snooze button, and the next thing you know, you're 2 hours late for work. Jump in, take a quick 5 minute cold shower. That'll get you up out of the sleep state that you are in and get you going for the day. So hopefully these tips help you. I found them fascinating. I thought they were full of really good information. Again, if you want to see the video that I'm referencing, just comment video below and I'll leave you a link to the video so you can look at the information for yourself. And of course, we're talking about sleep, so I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't at least mention the natural sleep products that have just made a world of difference for our household. If you have any interest in those, you want to learn more about them, you don't have to take my word for them. I've got a private Facebook group with about 140,000 customers in it who are using the products and sharing how it's benefiting them. So if those are, if that's of interest to you, just reach out to me, message me, or comment group in the comments, and I'll be happy to send you an invite to that. You can check it out on your own. So hope that's been valuable to you. I appreciate you guys for jumping on and joining me. So hey Josh, hey Kayla, hey Linda, Ruth Ann, Tammy. Ruth Ann, we really need to get together one of these days soon. So anyway, hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye.